6, 5, 4, 3,
2, 1. Good morning. I'd like to welcome everybody to the Bullish Network. Jeremy Allure, Danielle Dixon, CEO of Stellar, have USDT in their scopes. You may have heard about the partnership with USDC and XLM. That's why I truly believe that XLM's next stop is 589. That is for sure. Guys, Danielle Dixon from Stellar has been on fire. I highly recommend checking out this token. I am not a financial advisor, and I'm going to explain to you why I picked up a big bag of XLM today. XLM currently right now is about 7 cents on Binance USA and Coinbase, the two biggest exchanges. XLM next stop $5.89, 589. Okay, guys, here it is right here. This is Jeremy Allure, CEO of the Stellar Foundation, and Denelle Dixon on what layers will be built on blockchain. Guys, as soon as I saw this, I knew this was going to be a big deal. Now, this is Jeremy Allure. He has been on banking on Bitcoin. He's a true crypto pioneer, the founder of USDC. And this is with Danielle Dixon right here. Now, Danelle Dixon, CEO of Executive Director of Stellar Lumens on next 3 years. In the Money Movement episode with Jeremy Allure, he asked Danelle Dixon, CEO of Executive Director, to paint a picture of what she envisions for the Stellar community in 3 to 5 years. He acknowledged that they are seeing acceleration, but he asked Danelle to tell her view. Danelle stated, I think it's so funny because I was just thinking this Monday night we are doing a webinar next week on anchors. And anchors, again, are those financial institutions like, for example, Circle, issuing stable coins. Guys, there is breadcrumbs within this article. If you guys take a notice, this is June 18th. Now, Jeremy Allure didn't announce the partnership till October 15th. USDC for Stellar coming to Circle. Wow. So if you guys go back here, this is June 18th. This is my belief, guys. We know that Danielle Dixon spoke at the IMF. She's speaking at blockchain. It's going to be a hell of a video. Blockchain Association. And anywhere she goes, she's going to come out with them contracts signed. This is Danelle Dixon, a.k.a. Done Deal with the contracts. Miss Done Deal. She gets the job done. Very good job for Jed bringing her on as the new leader. CEO of Stellar Foundation, Danelle Dixon. In Money Movement episode with Jeremy Allure, he asked Danelle Dixon, CEO and Executive Director, to paint a picture. Anchors are those financial institutions like, for example, Circle issuing stable coins, or they could provide its on and off, and they come in different shapes. So that's a pretty interesting scenario there, guys, with Jeremy Allure. Now, Stellar to add support for USDC stablecoin. So you see she just dropped a breadcrumb or a XLM crumb right there on Jeremy's show. Stellar to add support for USDC stablecoin, opening up dollar-backed remittances. Dollar-backed remittances. And this is a big deal, guys, because of this right here. Tether volume hit 600 billion as it attempts to take on Bitcoin as crypto benchmark. Guys, this is a stable coin, Tether. It hit 600 billion in transactions. The latest data from Analytic provides that cumulative Tether transactions volume just passed 600 billion. Now, this is the answer to Tether right here, announcing the Coinbase USDC Bootstrap Fund. So USDC has Tether within its scopes, 600 billion. Now imagine when USDC reaches that volume of traffic, have 600 billion. What will that do to the price of XLM? Now, also, guys, if you recall, Tether files motion to dismiss market manipulation lawsuit. They say because plaintiffs don't prove that billions of dollars of unbacked stablecoins did actually enter the market. Tether is being accused of having a stablecoin not backed by anything. They said it was backed by dollars. but come to find out it's not. And I wonder how that lawsuit started. I wonder how that lawsuit started. Stellar to add support for USDC stablecoin, opening up dollar-backed remittances. Unbacked stablecoins did actually enter the market. XLM and USDC coming for the #1 spot. So, if you go back to this, announced Thursday during the Stellar Development Foundation quarterly review call, the addition of the dollar-backed stablecoin. This is why it's a big deal, guys. The dollar-backed stablecoin. This makes a big difference versus what Tether was doing. And if I know anything about, the proof is in the partnerships, they're going to push this agenda big time against Tether and push USDC in its place. We're focused on creating equitable access to financial systems by building a global network that delivers services to users regarding of their location. Stellar Development Foundation CEO Denelle Dixon said in a statement, the addition of USDC to Stellar will allow us to continue to expand our global reach in pursuit of the mission, while opening up new avenues for growth and innovation for developers and businesses building on the network. Now, USD Consortium, jointly led by Circle and Coinbase. Now, I'm pretty sure they're going to push this agenda big time. They are around 2.8 billion USD in circulation. Stellar, which is primarily used for financial institutions for cross-border transactions, has 4.6 million accounts. You might want to say 4.7 or 4.6. So that's a pretty big deal right there. Now here's Jeremy Allure, guys. I cannot speak enough about this guy. If you've been in crypto for a long time, you know the heavyweight Jeremy Allure is. He was in Banking on Bitcoin, which I highly recommend watching, guys. It's on YouTube, a free movie called Banking on Bitcoin. Co-founder and CEO of Circle and Circle Pay. Now if you go down here, he's promoting USDC and Stellar, bringing Circle platform APIs and USDC to the Stellar network. Wow. And also, guys, this is a big deal. New in payments. We've expanded our payment rails to support accepting bank wires and adding new fraud management tools for greater capabilities for payment acceptance and fighting fraud in a single transaction. Well, I'm here to tell you guys, I didn't pull it up right now, but I wish I did at this moment. I've showed you guys plenty of times, and you can Google it yourself. XLM is backed by, has partnered with Elliptic. Elliptic is your built-in compliance system with the tokens built in with XLM, AML compliance. And Elliptic is backed by Wells and Fargo. Now we know FinTechs are basically becoming banking companies. Circle new in payments. We've expanded our payment rails. Now we kind of see why they chose Stellar. Because Stellar moves the money fast and cheap and free. It's a perfect bridge asset. 5894. XLM, that's for sure. Okay, guys, so you get that right there. Very excited to announce support for USDC on Stellar. It's official chain for USDC. Stellar blockchain will support USDC stablecoin. So this is a big deal, guys. He's steady promoting this too. You see that right there. And of course, and we got Chris Concarlo right there. Okay, guys, so you get that part right there. Now, how Coinbase is contributing to the emerging DeFi ecosystem with USDC. We are also announcing today our first two investments, Compound and DYDX, which are both, DYDX is a Coinbase Mafia product. Compound is a Coinbase Ventures investment. So Coinbase has added 1 million in USDC to Compound. So they're getting this in circulation, a money market protocol. We will also add 1 million USDX to DYDX, which is a Coinbase Mafia margin trading protocol, which this is in the Coinbase Wallet D app. Both of these are both in the Coinbase Wallet D apps. This is all Coinbase stuff, and they're going to support their initiative. Now this is Danielle Dixon right here, guys. I will link all this information within the description. I was honored to be invited to a brief members of the House of Financial Service Committee FinTech Task Force last week about the uses of blockchain in financial services. Wanted to share my prepared remarks and takeaways with the Stellar ecosystem. Thank you, Danelle, for sharing that. I appreciate it. Now we got the House Financial Service Committee FinTech Task Force. So I kind of wanted to look them up. Now, if you look at this right here, Denelle Dixon presents Stellar to Financial Service Committee at the FinTech Task Force at Capitol Hill. So I kind of wanted to look them up. Denelle Dixon, CEO of Stellar, last week presented blockchain tech and its role in transforming financial services to the members of the Financial Service Committee and FinTech Task Force at Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. Now, let's take a look back. Financial Service, U.S. House Committee. Waters announced the Committee Task Force on Financial Technology and Artificial Intelligence. Now, this is in May 2019. Now, Danelle Dixon, September, is basically called upon to speak at this event, event that was just basically started. Waters announces Committee Task Force on Financial Tech and Artificial Intelligence. So we got a lot of senators, representatives that's in this community. Also, Task Force on Financial Technology will examine issues including FinTech and consumers accessing the infrastructure and legal regulatory framework for efficient payments. So who to bring in better to explain about payments than XLM Denelle Dixon to speak at Cape Hill. I was honored to be invited. Of course they'd be invited. Now, guys, I also am starting to see a major, not trend here. I'm starting to see a pattern here. Now, we got Denelle Dixon. Now, if you guys do not know, Jed McCaleb is the original founder of Stellar. Now, he took the back seat. He's in the lab creating, which he needs to do because he's a genius. Keep him in the back. And Denelle Dixon is our fearless leader of Stellar. So Denelle Dixon, now we need more women in crypto. So I think that's one of the reasons Jed chose her. And women are choosing her also. Here is Maxine Waters. It looks like she's invited Denelle Dixon. Also, IMF, a new Bretton Woods moment. And here is the new IMF director right here. And ironically, Denelle Dixon to talk at the IMF conference about cross-border payments. Very interesting scenario there. So you guys get that right there. Now, Chairman of House Committee Financial Services announced the creation of a task force on financial tech and task force on artificial intelligence. As new technologies emerge and the financial service industry puts these technologies to use, Congress must make sure that we're responsible. Innovation is encouraged and regulators in the law are adapting to the changing landscape. Guys, the greatest wealth is created by being an early investor in innovation. This is our time. XLM is 7 cents right now on the best exchange on the planet, Binance USA. Regulated. I'm not a financial advisor. Stellar was designed for stablecoins. Now, this is pretty interesting. This is stellar.org. Stellar was designed for stablecoins before stablecoin was even a word. Ironic that now we're partnered with USDC stablecoin. Learn why stablecoins are useful and how Stellar makes them easy to issue and use. Easy to issue and use. It sounds like Jed McCaleb is clearly thinking ahead of time. We know he is a trailblazer. He did create the first crypto exchange on the planet. He sold that exchange before it got hacked. That's what people don't understand. Jed McCaleb sold that exchange way before it got hacked. Also, he created Ripple. He created XRP. He created XLM. And a bunch of other stuff he did. But also, stablecoins are the future of digital money. Why Stellar is built for stablecoins. Our world is becoming more digital in almost all aspects, from how we order groceries to how we consult with our doctors. Now, basically, what are stablecoins? Stablecoins become something of a buzzword, and not everyone uses it. The term exactly that way. On the Stellar network, we consider stablecoins to be digital currency whose value is tied to fiat. They are digital tokens issued by financial entities and backed one-to-one by dollars or yuan, any global currency. So a user can easily convert the stablecoin back to the same value in fiat. So that is a pretty big deal. They thought way ahead of time. Denelle Dixon, CEO of Stellar Development Foundation interview series. They basically asked her where she came from. She was a former head at Mozzarella. And in March 2019, you were appointed as both executive director and CEO of Stellar Development Foundation. What was it that attracted you to this foundation? Simply put, the mission, the work, the impact, and opportunity to grow a company, culture, and ecosystem. I know that I am at my very best when work has a purpose. And when I'm pushing for change, the vision is big. Shout out to Dixon. I see your vision. It's going to be big. To the moon we go. Stellar and SD hope to unlock the world economic potential by making money more fluid. I'm thinking you're going to do that. Okay, guys, outside the spotlight, Stellar is pulling banks into orbit. Now, two articles caught my attention with this one right here. Stellar co-founder Jed McCaleb hit the road, and his roadblock in his mission to serve the global underbanked when earlier this month his co-founder resigned. Now, Barclays in South Africa, his first public appearance, Jed McCaleb spoke on stage, finance conference with Barclays Africa CEO of corporate investment banking. So guys, this is really the first time I've actually heard that Stellar is working with Barclays. Also, wholesale with Deloitte. But Barclays isn't the only bank interested in Stellar. In May, consulting firm Deloitte announced that it was using the startup's tech to build a blockchain-based service for bank accounts for a bank outside of North America. Wow, Deloitte, Barclays, IMF, USDC, Jeremy Allure. Crypto Senate hearing featuring Circle CEO Jeremy Allure. Guys, Jeremy Allure is a well-respected entity in this asset class. This week, Crypto Community Watch and anticipated as the U.S. Senate Banking Committee held a hearing on cryptocurrencies. The hearing featured testimony from a number of high-profile crypto personalities, including Circle CEO Jeremy Allure. Now, Jeremy Allure testimony when it came time for Jeremy, CEO of Circle and representative of the Blockchain Association. So hold up, massive Jed Crumb, CEO of Circle and representative of Blockchain Association Trade Group, to speak. He wasted no time letting lawmakers know about this new asset class. But what's interesting here, this is the first time I really looked into Blockchain Association. So if you click this right here, let me go back one. This is the Blockchain Association right here. Blockchain Association, the unified voice of the blockchain and crypto industry. Now, go back one real quick. If you click this right here, and if you go to members, so Jeremy Allure is the head of this. Blockchain Association member industry leaders who share the committee to responsible building. Now, if you go to the members right here, 0x, Coinbase Mafia, Anchors. This is a Stellar partner also. Binance USA, Stellar is there. C-Lab, Circle, just partner with Stellar. CoinList, Compound, Coinbase Mafia program. Digital Currency Group, they also offer XLM Trust. I believe XLM is in the trust. XRP, I know XRP is in there. I also believe XLM is in the Grayscale Trust too. Digital Currency Group owns Grayscale, and I believe they do have the XLM Trust. Let me know in the comments if they do. I believe they do. eToro and Ripple. Ripple's in here, but also the Stellar Development Foundation right there. So that is a pretty big deal right there. And if you go to, I think you can go to all members here. Okay. So anyway, guys, there's Stellar right there. Stellar Development Foundation, Blockchain Association, and Jeremy Allure, representative of the Blockchain Association Trade Group, wasted no time letting lawmakers hear his grievance on cryptocurrencies. He explains that the laws from the last century are inadequate when applied to technologies that didn't exist until recently. Whew. So good to be a pioneer in this new asset class. You guys get that right there. Guys, you can't do an XLM video without mentioning my brother, Digital Asset Daily. Digital Asset Daily dropped a new video on Stellar. I highly recommend checking his channel out. Link in the description. Perspective on new Bretton Woods moment and Stellar. Shout out to Asset Daily. And like I said, guys, International Monetary Fund has a new head of the IMF, Christina Giovanni, and she has called upon Denelle Dixon to talk at the IMF conference on cross-border payments. Danelle Dixon, CEO of Stellar Development Foundation, will be talking about cross-border payments at the upcoming International Monetary Fund conference. This is kind of interesting, guys, because you recall Brad Garlinghouse was kind of, good friends with Madame Lagarde when she was at the IMF. Now we have a new head at the IMF, and now they have called upon Stellar and Denelle Dixon. Guys, I picked me up a bag of XLM today. That is for sure. I highly recommend taking a look at XLM. Next stop, 589. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Are you bullish on XLM? Do you have a bag of both, XRP and XLM? What's your biggest holding? Let me know below. Guys, I can't thank you enough for joining me today. Smash them thumbs up if you enjoyed the content. Also hit that notification bell. You will be notified when we release our deep dive videos on this channel. Thank you for your time. Much love. Mahalo. All boats float. Anchors.